What's up? I'm Hillary Johnson. If we have never met before, I am a serial entrepreneur by self definition. I've started, launched, sold several businesses. And over the years, one of the things that's become abundantly clear to me, and perhaps you're experiencing this too, is that there's only so much time that I have to give to any one thing. And even as a business coach, there's only so many hours I can possibly work with clients. And so as I think about my own journey and my own desire out of life and consider the bigger picture, I do want to create income streams that are less arduous, that are more passive. And frankly, many people come to me as a business coach and they tell me that's what they desire. They want passive income streams. And then they start talking about things like launching courses and launching programs. And I'm like, yeah, it's not going to be as passive as you think it is. And it's because it's not. Spoiler alert, been there, done that. But this particular income stream that I'm going to share with you today is still new to me, but it is something that is, in fact, falls in the definition of passive. The amount of work I need to do for this is so low that it's stupid. And honestly, that kind of raised some red flags for me initially. Like, is this even possible to generate this kind of income without having to do anything? And yes is the answer, but it did feel a little alarming. So I do want to say that up front. Like, if you're already thinking like, yeah, sure. But I'm going to show you in just a minute. I want to actually go inside the trading platform that I'm using to do this. So let me back up. This income stream that I'm talking about is in cryptocurrency. Now, in full disclosure, I am not a financial advisor. I am not providing you with financial advice. You need to do your own research. And yes, like many other things, there is risk involved. There's risk involved if you start your own business, if you buy real estate, if you invest in the stock market, and the same happens here in the space of cryptocurrency. And there's a lot of things to consider, especially as you're new and getting like into the space. So all that to say, you should do your own research. Do not take what I'm telling you as like the holy grail. Like, you really need to go do your own, but I'm just going to share with you what I've learned. So about 2 months ago, I started investing in cryptocurrency trading bots. It's a specific type of grid trading that I learned through a course. And I'm going to share that with you in a minute because it's currently open for enrollment. And if you decide you want to do it, now's a good time to get in. So using these cryptocurrency trading bots, they are running in the background 24/7. Cryptocurrency does not go to sleep. It doesn't go like the stock market where they just take off, nights and weekends. Cryptocurrency is always running, which means these bots are always running and they are generating transactions on your behalf in the background and making you profit. And they can only make profit, which is a really interesting thing. So I'll show you that in a minute. Now, what else do I want to say before we go on? I took notes so I wouldn't forget. Sorry, I'm sweating too. It's like a little hot in my house and I'm realizing the pants I have on are like a little too warm for this moment in time. And also this is from cupping. Okay, anyway, what else do I want to say? Okay, so in the world of cryptocurrency, there are different ways you can get involved and ways you can invest. And one of them that you will commonly hear is HODL. And it really means like hold on for dear life, which means you would buy it and acquire it at this price point and you're going to hold it until it appreciates in value. And someday in the future, you're going to sell it and exit out of it or use some form of the difference between the two, some form of those profits to do something you want to do, right? To spend it in your life. And that's fine. I do HODL. I have plenty of things that I am HODLing. This is another strategy, however, where you are buying into some assets and you're making money on the wiggle of those assets. So it's not necessarily saying I'm going to wait until the end of time and then cash this thing in. You are making money along the way. And what's curious is you will actually be able to make money in many cases, even when the market's going down. And like today, as of the day I'm recording this, I woke up this morning and I looked at the market and I was like, holy shit, like things took a little bit of a dip last night. I immediately bought some more Bitcoin. But all that to say, these bots continue to make money even when it's trailing down. And I'm going to show you that. So it's actually really cool timing. You can see one live that I literally just started in the last 2 days. So all that to say, let me just go ahead. I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, so we are here inside of BitsGap, which is the software and the platform you're going to use to set up all the trades you do and what's really going to trigger all the transactions. But they're going to be triggered on the exchanges you choose, and that's where the actual transaction is going to occur. So for example, I use Coinbase Pro, Kraken, and Gemini. So let me move my face over here, and then I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to skip this chart for a minute. So if you're like, don't worry. I also felt a little crazy looking at that for the first time, but you learn how to use it. But let me scroll down here so I can show you my portfolio. And to be clear, I am showing you what I'm allowed to show you. You do sign an NDA and a confidentiality agreement if you choose to enter the course that I did, because the person I learned this from has put a lot of time and energy into developing this process, and he doesn't want people just going and sharing it around the internet. So I am showing you what I can, and you're not going to see all the settings. So there's nothing here you can mirror that's going to help you get these results unless you actually figure out how to set the bots up. So to be clear. Okay, so let's just start at the top. Up here, you're going to see the sum total P&L, which is in red. We're going to talk about red in a minute. You see the sum bot profit. So these bots have made in profit $2,944, which is a 13.09% return. And that is in the bot that I started longest ago was 1 month and 29 days ago. So in the last 2 months, I've generated this amount of profit. The bot profit will always be green. So it's always money. And that is money that actually goes immediately into your pocketbook, for lack of a better word. It dumps out those profits. They do not go immediately back into the bot. So that's money I've earned. Like, that's effective actual earnings from these bots running. Now, I'll just walk you through this. Down the left-hand side, you see I have 7 bots that are currently running. And you're seeing here the pair. That's the assets that I'm buying in. You're always going to sell or enter into a trading bot in pairs. So this one is CRO, which is the crypto.com coin paired with USD, US dollar. That's a stable coin. And when I started this bot, I started it with about $3,000. So it is currently down 2.11%. You'll see that fluctuating currently because the market's down. You may have gotten up like I did this morning and looked at the crypto market, and it took a little bit of a dive, which was a great opportunity to buy. But these bots work even when the market's going down, evidenced by this. This bot has generated $93 in profit, which is a 3.27% return in 1 day and 14 hours. Now, to be clear, not all bots are going to do that. This one just happened to. That's over the course of 493 transactions. And then similarly, this is another one I set up because I wanted you to see what it looks like when they're fairly new. This was also Sand paired with USD. Started the bot with, again, about $3,000. It's generated $81 in profit, which is a 2.85% return in 1 day and 14 hours. Now, they don't all look that way. And I'll go to the bottom. ETH and BTC. This is a little bit of a different type of bot. It's called a HODL bot. It has different settings, but here, this is designed for coins that you want to keep for a really long term, meaning 1 year or more. And these are coins that I would keep probably longer. And so here it is less volatile in terms of the transactions happening between the two. And there's also less risk involved in this particular format of a bot. So this one's made $162 over the course of the past 2 months. And that's fine. I'm happy with this because this is a project I want to be holding, and I can make some money on the wiggle over time without having too much risk in the pie. Now, the one that's generated the most money, and I'll just use this as just an example, is Mana paired with USD. I started this also with about $3,000, and that's the amount you'll need to start any bot primarily. So the whole asset, meaning across everything that's been bought and sold, it is a 28.57% return. But mind you, right now, if we scroll up and we look at Mana and where it is on this chart, oopsie, you'll see that it's lower, like the price is down here relative to where I bought it initially. If we just kind of scroll back a little bit, we'll be able to see the grid has been moving along with it. So I bought it down here, the price is here, so that it's making money. But the bot itself is actually generating more money than the total portfolio. And that is what happens. That's okay. So I've generated $1,342 in bot profit, which is a 44.4% return. And that's in the last 1 month and 3 days. I mean, this is awesome. I didn't have to do anything to cause that to happen other than to set this up. And of course, part of it's market timing, part of it's being in like a good asset. So I'll click into here so you can just see what this looks like. So you can see here again, like this is the starting value. I started it with $3,024, and then it buys into all these buys into the cryptocurrency, the coin, Mana. and it dumps out the profits into USD. So you'll see here, P&L balance, profits here, $1,342. So that's where the profits are. And that's across 6,900 transactions that are happening in the background that have nothing to do with. So down here, you'll see this is showing you profit per day. So if I just look at November 23rd, I made $71.50. And then over here, let's see what this was. November 28th, $13.35. And the way that looks is down here. These are all the transactions. And again, these are happening in the background. And you'll see like the profits are small. And the way these bots are set up and the way you'll learn to do it if you do this course is it's designed to take some of the risk out. So you're not leveraging a lot on each one of the buy and sell. So you're making what our mentor calls like vending machine money, 44 cents in profit. Awesome. So that's what I made on that transaction. And that's all added up to what you see up here, which is $1,342. So that's just a preview of what it looks like, in the account. And just to illustrate a point about when the market dips, and let's just use this one as a proxy for that. So this is Cosmos, which is called Atom for its handle. So you'll see when I started this bot, this is where the coin was priced. It was around like $38 a piece. And currently it is 27. That's that green marker, 27.22. So that's why it looks negative, right? It's negative 13.45% because when I bought it, it was a certain price and it's dropped. But I didn't buy this to get out of it in the immediate. I'm going to hold it because I believe that this is a project that's worth being invested in and that over time that core asset, the original asset, will appreciate in value. In the meantime, I will make money on the wiggle, and that's that $209. Now, the reason it says it's in range is because my grid is now sitting above where the price is. And that's okay. All I'm doing right now is waiting for this wiggle to come back up into these lines, and then we start hitting transactions. So right now, I own a lot at a really good price. And as it starts to move up, I'm going to be selling. And that's where some profits are going to get ready to come in. So what's happening here is when you see, and I'll just move this so you can see a little more. Anytime there is there we go, we can see a little better. Anytime there is a red dot, you are buying, and a green dot, red dot, you're selling, green dot, you're buying, which means you're buying when it's low and you're selling when it's high. And that's what you want. So if you hear people in the crypto world say like, buy that freaking dip, BTFD, that's what they're talking about. And that's what this does automatically for you, which is pretty cool. So anyway, that's what it looks like today. And of course it will change every day, but this number will always go up, sometimes fast, sometimes slow. So like this, for example, one of the recent ones I started, like this may not stay, the CRO USD pairing, it may not stay at that value, or that pace of trading, like this 3.27% average daily, that could change, but it doesn't matter. I look at it, I let it do its thing, keep making that money. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that little rundown of what it looks like. So I just wanted to leave you with these last thoughts. One, it is important you do your own research, but if this is something that you are interested in and you do want to check it out, click the link below. And right now you can watch a webinar with my mentor where he's going to show you his story, how he got into it, how he teaches this, and you can decide if it's right for you. I am very happy with my investment in this, very happy. And I would say, again, do your own research. Cryptocurrency, like other investments, can be risky, and it's really important that you decide on your own accord what you want to do. That said, it is an affiliate link, so if you click it, I do make a little bit of a commission, and I thank you for that in advance if you do choose to do that. But also, let me know if you sign up. What's coming together is there's a little group of us that I would like to put together, people who've invested in the course through my affiliate link. Put us in a little group together to chat about what we're learning, because the truth is this is not a zero-sum game. If you're winning, I can win too, and we can actually learn together. And I, for one, would like to see more women stepping into this space. It, like many things, is dominated by guys, and I love you guys, but I would like to see more women become successful in cryptocurrency. You can understand right now it may feel daunting because it's new to you, but you will learn, and I will be happy to share other assets with you that have been really helpful for me in the last 2 years of investing in cryptocurrency. So let me know if you sign up, and if you have any questions, let me know. Cool. See ya.